Well, we're technically at the end of this process, and I go to throw the memory card in a computer and I load everything, and come to find out the intro segment to where I tell everybody what we're doing is MIA. So, hi, welcome everyone. This is, I'm killing two birds with one stone here. This one here started out life here with this 667, okay? It had Toshibas in it, and I've had nothing but problems with this amp. The owner of this amp, I finally said, hey, how about we go ahead and snatch the Toshibas out of this thing, because we had and the driver quit on this yet again. So it's the second time I'd rebuilt the driver. So there's something wrong. There's something else wrong. I personally, when we get to the end of the video, you'll see what my conclusions were on this, because everything we took out of here we ended up having problems with. So the first little bit of the video is me kind of stripping the parts down, or just talking about that, showing the cabinets of us getting started. So this one ended up being from my buddy Scott. This one here is the one that I'm going to do the raffle to. Not raffle, I am going to give away randomly to one of my paid Patreon supporters. These guys here. So I don't know what happened, but where we're going to jump in on this is me. I've already stripped down the boards and the heat sinks, and I have those separated. And I'm just getting started on the build process of both these boxes. So where you're going to see us hop in at is me polishing the boards and getting ready to put down the thermal compound and getting the boards mounted. Then from that point on, I think we're good to go. But I apologize, rough start, still plenty of content here. On that note, we shall continue. On to the polishing of the boards we go. Okay. So like I've said 100 times before on camera, the reason we do this is I want to minimize the amount of time between the time I polish and we get that thermal compound down to help the conductivity of the situation here. Because believe it or not, the reason that this is white and that's shiny is oxidization scale. Now, it takes a lot of time and usually helps if it's exposed to water to increase this oxidating coat. But the other thing is that our friends over at ICA that actually make these up for all of us, which is a huge time saver, by the way, they'll take and they'll put like 500 grit whatever sandpaper on a little DA, and well, I'm of the opinion, after being a giant computer nerd my entire life, that there's a dramatic difference in the ability to conduct heat from one surface to another if we can minimize the amount of thermal compound we're using and kind of get to a lapped finish on things. So we're not using a lot of compound, maybe just enough to make it so where we can't see through the compound, but I want to have a very polished surface. Now that is a debatable thing in the builder community. I've got a very influential, powerful friend of mine who's in Chicago, and he likes to have a little bit of a roughed up surface. Me personally, I like to have the thinnest amount of compound on here that I can get away with. The compound is designed to take up little micro gaps, not big gaps. It's like I did my my 32 core thread ripper that I use, that I built years and years and years and years and years ago, that I do the YouTube video with. I'm about at the point where I've got to upgrade that computer again. The video editing software gets more complex, blah blah blah. But I remember I mounted up the cooler for the processor and I didn't like how it was sitting, so I went to go take the cooler off, and I want to just move it just a little bit. That's all I wanted to do. And I had the surface so perfectly laid out that when I went to pull the cooler out, it proceeded to rip the CPU right out of the CPU socket. That's a good heat electrical connection. I get every once in a while. Okay, polished within an inch of its life. Now let's go polish this one. CPUs. CPUs, they have specifically designed for the liquid metal thermal compound, and they're not working with RF. It's two different things. And I've explained this to some people that are very knowledgeable, like Sharky. Sharky was one of them. Sharky came to me and says, why don't we use, liquid metal as our thermal compound? And I said, because it causes problems. He goes, what do you mean? I said, well, the material make of the transistors, number one, isn't very designed for it. Number two, that stuff has a tendency to creep. I'm putting this on backwards, that's why it's not marrying up. So that stuff has a tendency to creep. He goes, what do you mean creep? I said, well, it has a tendency to crawl. It'll slowly move itself across the base of the part, and then the next thing you know, everything's gonna be shorted out. And he goes, no. He disregarded what I told him, and he said, okay, I'm gonna go try it himself, which is great. I invite you to go try it yourself. And within about 3 months, he calls me and goes, you were right. What had happened is he built a transistor amplifier, he was running it. Meanwhile, the liquid metal is creeping up around the edge of the transistor, and it also has a capacitance effect to it that we can't have in the RF environment. Because the more you learn about how amplifiers are built, it's all about controlling capacitance in the circuit. I was just teaching this to a gentleman by the name of Lee the other night. Derail over at Wolfman CB was using Arctic Silver Fox on some of the finals on some of his radios. That ended up coming back to get him in the butt. The non-conductive thermal coat, this stuff, I bought this 10 years ago now. I've used that much in 10 years, and it was only full to about here. So I've used about a pinky's worth, and my hands are huge, by the way, so it's 6 inches from here to here, solid. I've used maybe about, 3/4 of an inch of it in 10 years. And you think of some of the projects I've built on this workbench, and that's been my jug, my go-to white cum jug. Just saying, there's some thought that's gone into this. A little bit of testing, a little bit of research. I tried the Arctic Fox metal, liquid metal. Yeah, it does a great job of carrying the heat to the heat sink. It actually works a little bit better. Not so much for what we do. It'll crawl up the side of the transistor, it gets into the jade that the pill case is made out of, and it wicks into that, and it'll short out the transistor from the inside if it can get up to where the glue line is at. Normally it'll grow up, it'll hit the fiberglass, it'll spread into the fiberglass, it changes the conductivity value of it, turns into a capacitor, and then the whole part blows up. So try what you want, or you can believe me, it's up to you. I don't really care. This is how I do it, and this is why I do it. I want the cleanest surface, and once I put down that thermal compound, I know that the aluminum is sealed. I gotta do this whole process over again if I change a transistor, so. All right, now I've gotta go through my dynamic stack of used transistors and find one that's got a gain of 33. I gotta clean those up first. You gotta find one that's got a gain of 33 to match with that one. Let's put some pills in some shit. We'll be back. Can you believe this is the same dog? She just turned 1 year old. Yes, you did, didn't you, Ember? Ember. Hi. It's a good girl. Yeah, you are. So, I got the Ultimo Bite Your Balls Off dog out here with me. So we're cruising right along. We got transistors down, all soldered in, ready to go. Got input and output transformers all decked up, ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna build some power chokes now. We're gonna throw these on here. and we're going to start to get our power strips all lined out. And so when we come back, we'll have the the output transformers, the power wires down, the protection diode, our disc capacitors to throw the positive circuit out of resonance. We'll get all that stuff slapped on here real fast. We'll check in there, and then we'll be back. We'll do the input transformers. We'll get the splitter boards all in play, and then we'll start to lay down some resistors and stuff. So let's just keep hustling along. This is the giveaway amp, the one that we're going to give away to some random paid Patreon user. And then this is going to my buddy Scott. So hustling along, moving along. And I know I'm going to keep saying that, by the way, so we can keep track of what we're doing. But to me, hours have gone by. To you, it's just been mere seconds since I just said those same things. So maybe I won't keep saying that. But just saying, it is what it is. Bear with me. Remember, I'm a half-wit retard that's the dullest butter knife in the drawer, okay? Just bear with me. We'll party on together. We shall return. Because it's a beautiful day in the amplifier hood. A beautiful day in the amplifier hood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my amp builder? Okay, so got a little positive rail filter cap going on here on both boards. Haven't done this in a while. Just thought it'd be fun. I got a bunch of these caps when I was back in New Jersey. Thought I'd throw these in now and then. I thought it'd be a little bit fun. This is our 4-pill one. This is the one that's going out to my buddy Scott. This guy here. So we're like 90% of the way there, you guys, on these things. Believe it or not, this is about 90% the way there. Come out here at about 10:30 this morning, and it's now 7 o'clock at night. It takes a long time to measure all these parts and make sure everything's exact and answer the phone and all that other kind of stuff. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nanofarads worth of capacitance, a little 6 amp diode over here, a little 10 amp diode, 10 amp 1000 volt diode here, just in case somebody ever decides to hook it up backwards, even though that's not going to save the transistors. But these are built exactly the same. Change the capacitance just a little bit here, and we're going to change the capacitance a little bit here and a little bit over here on the output side for the HG transistors. But got our nice made in Japan relays for our input and output. We're going to slap on some input coax here in just a second to carry the RF from the relay around to the 2-port splitter section. Excuse my reach in front of the camera, y'all. It's just another day at the office. Fun time on the phone today. Learned some stuff. Got to talk with some cool people. Got to do some cool things. Got to be involved with a couple different things. Kind of cool. Basically what I'm saying is I love my life. Today was a good day. Only left the house to go pick up packages and come right back home again. Which to me, that's a day of winning, in my opinion. I know it's a little bit odd to hear, but I'm kind of a homebody. I like to just stay at home. Do nothing, do everything. So we'll solder this coax down here. There we go. Got ourselves a nice little mechanical bond going on. We'll bring this input coax around. We're going to solder it down right here. Right there, I say. I'll leave that sit just like so. I'll add a little clamp on it to hold it down so it'll be all nice and perfect. So let's jump over to this one here. This is what I've been doing all day long. Put one part in, switch amplifier. One part in, switch amplifier. Put another part in, switch amplifier. So the next steps that we've got to commit ourselves to doing here is, I don't like to have a lot of wires on top. To me it looks all cluttery. It adds probably another 15-20 minutes to the build process per box. I don't frankly care. I like to have all the wires run underneath. It looks nice, neat, clean. It's the way I want to do things, right? So we got to commit ourselves to drilling some holes through the phenolic, which just takes a couple minutes. And we got to route all the wires, and then we got to go populate the cabinet. You know, coax connector, that kind of thing. Remote jack, on-off switch, that kind of deal. Sideband delay, all that kind of fun stuff. Do that on 2 cabinets. And then I say, we will be good to go. Everything is set up in exactly the same place. Floppy and limp, twite and twant. Floppy and limp, twite and twant. Well, I could spend an hour figuring this out, or I could just continue moving on. I think I'm going to continue moving on. I don't think that little 1/4 inch extra coax is going to make that big of a difference. It did my opinion, of course, just my opinion. Just my opinion. Let's go ahead, let's get some holes drilled, and let's get this buttoned up, because I want to get, before the end of the day here, I want to get this all, well, I want to at least get these in the cabinets and start getting power wires, run that kind of thing, so I can wrap this up tomorrow, so I can mosey on to doing other things. We shall return.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. I have no regrets, yeah, I'll tie up my chest. I'll never forget what it's like to be in debt. Been stabbed in the back bed, I'll show you what happens. Pass me the mic and I'll show you with action. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So give me all the scars, I'm a human being. Cover them with tattoos so you can't see. Knew it from the start, you had problems with me and the things I could be, I just wish I had seen. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. I feel this pain, you already know. Turn that to gains, let my money show. I've got these things that I can't let go. Watch me turn this life into something that you can never own. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want. So fight and die for the things you know you love. Do what you think is right, and see life do what you want.
Fiddly bits. So I'm down to 2 last rubber grommets. I had to order a bunch of those. And like I go to grab switches out of the switch bin, and the switch bin's completely empty. There's a bag of 1,000, 1,500 switches in the back of the switch bin, but none of the hardware on any of the switches. So I had to sit here and put all the switches together this morning. I buy these body plugs like 100 at a time. And I go to buy the little drawer, I pull the drawer out. It holds the body plugs. Of course, it's got LED body plugs and some other stuff in there. I'm out for these. I go to yard wire off the roll, and I've got this left for positive and that left for ground. Okay, so off to the getting place. Let's go get stuff. I'll be back.
tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Okay, so small problem. How do I hook up to the on-off switches in the sideband delay? God. So here's the little thing we got to think our way through. Is the amp has to go in like this. So it's not like I can lift this end up and tag the lines in and then drop the front of the amp down. So I think I got a solution. Let me think my way through this. So I normally order wire in bulk. I'm having a hard time getting really decent 4-gauge. Either it be from Mesa or Stinger. I don't know what's going on with Stinger. I think they've left the chat as far as wire's concerned. So I just need to go get like 10 feet of 4, right? Just take a guess how much this 10 feet of wire cost. This was $5 a foot. $50 for 10 feet of wire. $5 a foot. American wire gauge, American standard. This is Mesa. Yeah, I think this might not be made in America. This is going to be painful. So, needless to say, I've got to dramatically increase the cost of this stuff because I have been selling it off at the rough price of like $1.25 a foot, and that was still making 25 cents a foot on the wire. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. That's happened through this whole process. The aluminum, the capacitors, the wire, the ferrite, the solder, the coax connectors, the rubber grommets. Hell, I just bought another 25 pack of 1-inch rubber grommets today because these are the last 2 I had. Instead of being $2.99, they're now $7.99. 5 amp relays have gone up $2 or $3 a piece. This was a $7 a piece relay. Now they're 14 something a piece, just the relays. It's happening, folks. So, just saying. Okay, so all the little fiddly bits are all installed. Keying circuits installed. Sideband delay capacitors installed. Bias key and transistor activated relay installed. Primary relay installed. I can now talk through the box. We're waiting on 2 parts. I've got 1 1/4-inch mono jack. So, rapid, quick, and it'll be here tomorrow for both of these. Pretty much got everything. Other than that, power wire. The one guy wants an Anderson clip. I've got those. We're going to do Anderson clip on the raffle giveaway. Let's see. Yeah, this is the customers. This one's going to be the raffle giveaway amp. They are different. The tuning capacitor here is different. The tuning capacitor here is different. The input tune for this is going to be a little bit different. And the input tune on this one's going to be a little bit different. But I'm done. I came out here at 8 o'clock this morning. It is now 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. I'm going to go work on some stuff for myself. It'll take me a hot minute break. Probably going to go play with my dogs. And I might come back to this evening. We'll get the power wires in. And then we'll get the fan lids done up. So tomorrow all I got to do is come out and do all the little fine minutia. The minutia to the thing. I got to tune it and run it. And we'll be back. So needless to say, see ya. So close to being done. Just got the input tune all lined out. Went to run the voltage up to see what I was getting for maximum peak output power, and it blew one more pill. This is the Toshiba box. It's this pill here that quit. Lame. All right, well, we're here. I guess we're going to change another transistor. Damn it. Give me a minute. It's expensive. It's just,
I can see you Are you afraid of the dark? Are you scared? I am you.
If these transistors could tell a story. What happened to these? I've had one transistor out of the 4 for the final section, one in each one of the 2-pill sections pop. This gave me fits getting the input tune right. I got the input tune right, came up in volts, and this transistor quit. Now the input tune's better than what it was before this transistor quit. The driver pill in that other box had been replaced twice. I think that amp over there is a victim of lightning or something. I don't know. I don't have time. I can't slow down and figure that out today. But what we do got is this beautiful thing. We're sitting at about 14.3 volts at the moment. Let me show you drive. Hello, 1, 2. About 50 bird and about 120 watts peak. Hello, 1,000 peak, 400 bird. This is the curious bit. I could get the bird meter to be right, but I couldn't get the striker meter to be right. And check this out. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's perfectly flat here and here. There was a defect with that transistor. I'm telling you, something was just not right. All right, so the only thing I got left to do on this is to put the lid on it and run it with the fan and make sure the RF doesn't kill the fan, which it won't. That's it. This is done. I mean, done. I don't know why I'm acting so shocked. I do this all the time. I don't get it. Anyhow, Mr. Scott, this is you. Toshiba. All right. Shit, let's put the lid on it. Some would say that the test that you perform with the lid on is just as important as us running it with the lid off. The lid on, you're testing the amp in the final configuration. The lid's on it, all the metals and parts and all the little bits are going to be all within proximity of each other. In these amplifiers, it's the proximity of the combiner to the lid, and making sure the power wire for the fans run appropriately, because if you take the power wire for the fan and lay it over the top, the conductor for the AC, it'll blow the electronics out of the fan. I've had it where you put the lid on, it changes the tune. That's a common thing with like 32, 24, 16 and that kind of style box. You put the lid on, sometimes the tune will change, input or output, both sides, and that's all because of the proximity of the cabinet to the guts on the inside. But this box, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, didn't change anything. 1, 2, 1, 2, audio. If you notice, as we modulate, the reflect power goes down. Okay, this one's done. Ba-dum-bum. It's got its 3 1/4 feet worth of power wire coming out of the back. So I called my buddy and I'm like, hey man, listen, it's literally $10 a foot now. $10 a foot. This isn't cheap wire, right? This is really super high strand count, copper, nickel plated goodness in this wire. But 10 feet, $50. That's what I paid yesterday. It was $54 for 10 feet of black. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous in my opinion. Okay, let's slide this one out of the way now that we're done with it. And let's get on with fiddling around with this guy, which this one should be much easier to tune. I've done one of these recently and I know what it's going to take to get this done. Toshiba, I don't get what was going on. I still don't see it. I don't know why this one tested with such a high HFE gain, but then when I went to running it, as they say, transistors are the fiddly bit. Is it tubes, tires, tits, and transistors? They all give you problems. Yeah. So this is the raffle lamp. Just gonna put that out there one more time. Okay, so, oh, I almost gave it all away in one nutshell, didn't I? Okay, here's radio. Hello, 1, 2. About our 50 bird again. 120 watts peak. Hello, audio, 1, 2. Hello, 1, 2. What does this meter say? Hello. Right at 1,000. 1, 1, 1. Hello, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Hello, 1, 1, hello. Let's go up here. Let's check out our input tune. It's a 5-watt slug in reverse. Hello, 1, 1, 1, 1. Hello, 1, 1, 1, 1. Perfect. Hello. Beautiful. All right, well, last test and least test and the most important test, but not that important all that much. Let's put the lid on it. Give me a second. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Amp voltmeter still at the lunch. Resting makes sense. Any kind of RF anywhere. I had a friend of mine, he says, well, move this away. I said, oh, okay, let's try that. Hello, 1, 2. Here, we'll move this away even further. Hello, 1, 2. Now there's I got RF getting into something and I just haven't had enough time to slow down and figure it out. So today we're going to ignore that for now. Hello, 1, 1. Perfect. That's it. This thing is ready to go to somebody. I don't know who yet, but somebody. Well, gents, here we are at the end of this song and dance, this saga. I'm really looking forward to giving that to somebody. I really am. I was sitting here the other day and I'm like, I got to do more for my Patreon guys. Got to give them more opportunity for cool stuff for them to get, for us to do. On that note, Patreon guys, we're going to have the pre-order of t-shirts coming up here pretty quick. And a few gentlemen that reached out about jackets and hoodies. We're going to have that put together here pretty quick. And hats too. So I'll start a post in the Patreon group talking about pre-orders for shirts, jackets, hoodies and stuff. And you guys can respond accordingly in there. But yeah, sometimes towards the end of this week we'll get this one done. Today is Monday and now I'm off to go work for a non-English speaking gentleman. We have to use Google Translate, but we get the job done. Thank God pill still means pill in Spanish and in English, so I'm gonna go figure that out. I gotta do a power wire upgrade and stuff on his equipment, and I might have one more masterclass build coming here in the next week or so. It's most likely gonna be a 4-pill base unit. I'm thinking I wanna do. Haven't done anything with the HP switcher in a minute. That's it. Gentlemen, thanks for tuning in and stopping by, hanging out, and following this thing to the end. Make sure to leave a like, a comment, or a thumbs up or something. If you got any questions at all, anything I can do to help you in any way, don't hesitate to hit me up. Thank God for the Patreon supporters. I appreciate every single one of them. Thank you, list is coming in at the end of the reel. Shout out to Penta, Siglent, XS, MechMan, Odyssey, Bird, Coaxial Dynamics, our buddies over at Steam and Coax, and really thank God for our friends at Penta. Lots of neat stuff happening with them. More than just the silly 3500Z, I got a big announcement coming up on that later this week, as soon as we get approval. And the overlords at Penna say that I can go talk about it. I will, since we've only known about it now for 9 months, but that's coming soon. They told me the other day it's coming soon. So on that note, I appreciate you all. I'll see you. Click.